Most people talking about Chicago right now are completely missing the point, because while headlines focus on the present, Chicago is quietly planning the next 25 years. And that matters if you care about where jobs, capital, and people are actually going. Cities don't rise or fall overnight. They compound or decay based on long-term decisions. Chicago has released a detailed economic blueprint called Chicago 2050, and whether you live here, invest here, or are watching from the outside, this plan tells you a lot about where the city is heading. This isn't a slogan or a marketing piece, it's a data-backed plan focused on growing jobs, attracting capital, and positioning Chicagoland as one of the world's leading economic regions. The goal is ambitious but specific: a $1.4 trillion regional economy and more than 5 million people employed over the next decade plus. That kind of growth doesn't happen by accident. What many people misunderstand about Chicago is that it's not betting on one industry or one trend. It's diversified by design. Manufacturing, logistics, finance, professional services, life sciences, digital technology, clean energy, and emerging fields like quantum computing all exist side by side. No single sector dominates, and that balance creates resilience. Resilience is what attracts long-term investment. Layer on top of that Chicago's physical advantages: the most connected airport in the United States, a location where roughly a quarter of North America's population is within a one-day drive, massive freight, rail, and data infrastructure. This is a city built to move people, goods, and ideas efficiently, but cities don't win unless people choose to live there. Chicago produces more than 140,000 graduates a year and continues to attract talent at scale. Compared to other major global cities, it remains relatively affordable in terms of housing, energy, and cost of doing business. Add freshwater access, climate stability, cultural depth, and transportation connectivity, and you get something rare: a major city that still has room to grow without breaking itself. For homeowners, this kind of long-term planning supports stability and value over time. For investors, especially those willing to think in decades rather than quarters, it creates opportunity. Infrastructure investment, job creation, and talent pipelines don't show up overnight, they compound. And cities that plan early are often the ones capital flows into later. Chicago has reinvented itself before. What's different now is the level of intention behind the planning. If you want to go deeper, I encourage you to download and review the full Chicago 2050 plan yourself, read it, study it, and decide what it means for you. You can access the full report by clicking the link below. John Lyons, 773-558-7133.